And then that way I can get the.
I think it's
the thing. Hey, look, there's no inappropriate things in this one. He's gonna say the word, and I realized I shouldn't. So.
Yay!
You just use the regular link.
Let's change the title real quick. Just leave that. Come away here. Just part 2.
Part 2. Okay, save that. And now we got the link, and make sure the link didn't change. Copy that.
We can go ahead and change it on the Instagram profile too. In case someone just now gets on Instagram and it's like, oh, a live stream is happening today.
Mm-hmm.
We can be like, yeah, it is. I mean, we've basically been going since 10.
Do you want me to change the picture we made in Photoshop?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't.
Oh yeah, it's still the right one. Never mind.
Right. Yeah. And then you can post a comment with the new link. Either if you edit the post, or you can post a comment in that Facebook post.
Okay.
You can also edit the post in Patreon to update the new link. So those are all places to make sure.
So I took out in bio on the Facebook post and just put link, and then put the link in the.
Yep.
So I'm gonna save that, and it's reposting, and now I need to get on my phone, get the new link, and put it on Instagram.
I know, it's a lot, isn't it?
The grams.
Gotta put that gram away, man.
Do you want me to post a new link on Instagram for that?
Yes.
So just do the same thing but part 2?
I don't think we need a new post necessarily, just to make sure the profile lists the updated link.
Yeah,
I think
it does.
Yeah, I think that's all we need. Are they fighting now?
Alright. Gonna go live?
Let's do it.
Got it. Public. Done. Save. Alright. I want to put the ducks or the ducks, but not, some people want to put the duck. Anyone have any questions?
Oh, you could say that, or our ducks, or if you want relationship advice
from the ducks. Comments for Vince or our ducks? Just drop it in the chat, and we'll get to it. Word. I don't know what I said last time, but I feel like that was probably good enough.
Yeah.
Looks like we got one person.
All right.
So, do you have any questions or comments for Vince? We
Yeah.
also have 2 ducks.
We're basically just all hanging out in the studio today, and I'm doing a little bit of painting. And yeah, if you're here to learn a little something, feel free to ask away. So right now, I'm just trying to build up what may be the final color layer. I may put one more color layer over the top here, but at least for the moment, I've been slowly working on top of my underpainting, and happy with how it's coming along.
What does it mean that you're using more than one layer?
Yeah, so one of the coolest things about oil is that it's a transparent medium, and
So you can put one on, let it dry, and then...
right. Yeah, it's called an indirect painting method, and to a degree, you're always seeing through the layer, the top layer, into the layers below, and that's just why, like, especially when it comes to skin tones, and other semi-transparent structures and textures. It's like oil is just a phenomenal medium for really capturing.
Oil's the way to go.
Yeah, 100%.
So have you ever messed around with other types of
Mediums. Yeah, a little bit, but really oil. I just, just no going back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Once you go oil, you never go foil, toil.
You never.
Once you go oil, you're always loyal.
Hey,
that's pretty good.
Not bad. Yeah.
Boom. So people are coming in for the puns. You already killed it in the first 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah. So if you're joining us, you're hanging out with Sean.
It's me.
He's the moderator, and David.
That's me.
Who is my studio mate. He's a graphic designer, and we all just kind of hang out, and I guess painting is something to kind of watch and something to gather around. But really, earlier today we ran the stream. We were talking to folks from all over the world. It was really sweet. We made new friends in India and Turkey, Canada. And
Canada was an old friend. But
an old friend, but nevertheless, way fun. And so we'd love to hear from you in the chat, and we can really kick this thing off.
Yeah, and if you have questions about painting, you can ask Vince. If you have questions about conspiracy theories, I'm here for that. So, David is here for.
I'll take the relational device.
Okay.
Relational questions. So
relational questions for David, painting questions for Vince, and miscellaneous questions for Sean.
And who knows, there may be some overlap in all those areas with all of us.
I also have Google, so whatever I don't know, which is a lot, I'll Google it.
Sean is pretty smart with painting advice. Let's be honest.
Me?
Yeah.
Dude, thank you. I mean, it's a lie, but thank you.
No, there's overlap. You're overlapped.
Overlapped with what?
You know painting.
I know nothing about painting. I did learn some stuff today, like
there you go.
Gasso.
Close. Man, that was really close.
Gasso. It does. I mean, it depends on what you put in your gesso. If it's got some.
Where are you going with that?
Gas.
You're still going with that? Yeah, you sure are. You're committed to it.
It's got gasso.
There's the gas.
Wow.
What is it?
Gesso.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Gesso. Some people say gesso.
Yeah.
Two different things. Also, Turkey is super cool if you're a tourist, but really difficult to live in if you just live in it.
Some hot facts.
Yeah. That's what I learned from a Turkey person. Turkish.
Yeah, Turkish.
Wow.
Turkish person. And India is doing all right.
Yeah, we heard from a guy who earlier today he was going to tell someone that he hadn't seen for a really long time that he missed. Basically that, hey, I care about you and I've missed you, by making a portrait of this person.
A packet portrait.
Yeah, it was like a little package. We thought it was really sweet, and we were just like, wow.
Maybe that person's listening.
Yeah, could be.
Was it B12?
A12.
A12.
A21.
21. Man, I got dyslexia, so numbers are... Sierra's trying to do B12 supplements, so I think that's where I got it.
Oh yes, energy.
Well, she's anemic. And anemia can either come from low iron or low B12. And she has low B12.
Doesn't your wife have a low B12?
Yeah, she's got and possible anemia. There could be a lot going on. That's the long and short of it.
Whoa.
Alright, yeah, we're down to like one person, and that might be me.
Okay. Well, we keep going. It's not that we don't have a video at the end of this, so.
Yeah. Oh no, now we're up to one more.
Okay.
So we're just gonna take this when we get done, and then splice what we have to try to.
Yeah, we may do a little bit of work in making it. Its own video, maybe. We'll just see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We can just either do like a time lapse, or we can just cut and put certain other parts in it. I don't know. Or maybe we could do both.
Yeah.
But it's looking pretty good. So you're working on the hair right now?
Yeah, I just need to start filling in some of the information here and there, and so if you saw the video from earlier, or if you hopped in, or if you just got in, now I had an underpainting, a basic underpainting built up, almost like a grisaille. But all those fancy art words I try not to use very much, because sometimes people get really touchy about, well, that's not a grisaille, that's this, or that's not glazing, that's
Castro.
That's
Gesso.
gesso.
No, yeah. I was just saying that.
Yeah.
It's like when you say stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. You say it wrong. You describe it wrong. Man, people are quick
They're real
to tell you.
Yeah.
So we don't really. We're not too concerned about that. But I'd love to answer your questions if you're here, and are wondering anything at all. We give all kinds of advice around here.
Literally, yep. We've made one video so far. And
Yeah.
I can't even go through all the different types of things that we talked about. This is literally like a 2-hour-long conversation.
I know.
Yeah.
Our moms should watch this so they could feel close to us. I feel like my mom would watch this.
Yeah. Well, maybe she is right now. You know.
Maybe I'll send my mom the link. And say, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
Like, hey, Mom.
Can you just log onto this?
You should send my mom the link right now.
I don't know your mom.
Well, now that's on you.
Let's dump a little bit more water in their little thing here.
Do you want me to send you the link, David, so you can send it to your mom?
Yeah.
Well, either way I'm gonna do it. So. Welcome. Oh, that was Vince. That was the wrong person.
What?
I was trying to text David and I texted you. And then I almost texted our pastor. But I got it. There, I sent it to you, David.
Thanks.
And you can do all the things. The more viewers we get, the more likely you are to see the ducks.
That's right. We get to a certain viewer count. Yeah, we'll break out the ducks.
Double digits.
That's right. There are studio ducks. I guess almost mascots at this point.
Yeah, we're back to 2. Somebody left. Somebody didn't like what we were saying. This is a much less interactive.
Well, we don't have the fresh post
that is true.
on anything, and so that's the other thing. We could go drop another line
On what?
on all the platforms. So the fresh post, link in bio.
You'd be like, we're live again.
Yep, we're live again.
We're doing it again. Okay.
Relational advice sought.
Can I post something like that?
Um,
Relational
Well,
painting.
I mean, they're kind of here for the painting probably, but we can. It's always, there's always a little bit of extra when it comes to hanging around here.
Mostly painting, but also some relational advice. Conspiracy theories might become a thing.
Painting plus
3 suave men just talking.
painting plus 3 men plus 2 ducks.
Yep, 2 ducks.
There you go.
Plus 3 men plus 2 ducks.
Two ducks, two ducks, two ducks. Gotta be aware of my Moana scene.
And maybe even one 5-year-old boy.
Oh, is Ernest here?
I bet he'll be up here.
Well, I already posted that. The 5-year-old boy is just a bonus. People won't know he's here until they get in here. And hopefully no murder ducks.
No.
No. Nah, I probably shouldn't have said that. No ducks are going to die.
No ducks were harmed in the making of this live stream.
That's right.
Or the last one.
They're just super cute.
But I think it's gonna. So we gotta edit Facebook post. Put our new link in there on Facebook. Alright, and the link works. Doesn't work. It works. Yep, cool. Works. Alright. Got that going.
We're back.
Back. No, it.
Hey.
What?
Legal rights.
Oh, yeah. Nobody even knows what that is because I'm really, like, I can't sing. So it could sound like anybody.
Hey, remember what that one guy said?
You gotta check that out.
Huh?
What?
What? What?
Ow.
Remember what the Turkish guy said? You could do anything, Sean. Believe in yourself.
Yeah, except, like, sing with tone. I have no tone.
Okay, sing a note.
What?
Sing one note.
I can speak in a Russian accent. What is wrong with the Russian water?
Well, I hope there's no Russians
went
watching
there,
right
yeah.
now.
What? Well, I mean, if there are, they can say something, and then we can have a conversation about it.
It could be like you cannot speak Russian.
And I'd be like, I totally agree. So teach me how. Train me in the way of talking in a stereotypical Russian accent. Which doesn't make sense because Russia's a gigantic country,
It is.
and they have so many different accents and languages. And I mean, I guess like the centralized Russia maybe have that accent, but it's still kind of silly.
Who's in? What's happening?
Nobody.
Okay.
Nothing's going on. I wish some people would say something so we can talk about stuff.
There is something to getting to around this point of the painting that is really unsatisfying to watch. No, I mean, like, the things that I'm adjusting they're just not noticeable to just the average person.
Yeah. Well, how do you pick the pictures? Like when you are going through all of these pictures, what makes you pick this one that you're painting right now? What catches your eyes? What do you look for?
Yeah, there's a certain pathos that I see in the model that I'm like, yeah, there's real life behind it, and you know, some pictures just seem really, for lack of a better word, dead. And you know, when you do a photo shoot for preparation for like studies, you know, you're going to encounter a lot of things that really aren't worth it, just because they just don't work. But then I think we all know that, right? I mean, you take a picture with your camera of your friend, and sometimes that picture just really captures them, and then other times it's like, it's nothing substantial. But then some, you just really capture a moment. So, I mean,
Is there certain things that make the difference? Like certain actions or movements or looks or...
I think breaking it up a little bit in terms of maybe like the angle of the face, maybe giving a little more of an angle, because that gives it a little more three-dimensional feel.
Instead of like a straight on,
Yeah,
up and down.
straight on, or just a profile, or you know, with this one, she had just a little bit of a head tilt, and yeah, just for whatever reason, just really spoke as I was kind of going back through some of my source material, and I was like, yeah, this is the one, and yeah, it's hard to put a finger on it, but it's kind of one of those what speaks to the artist things.
So how do you come up with the ideas? So you take your own photos, you don't, and you put the model in the place that you want with the different feels that you want, the clothing. In the one that you're painting from right now, there's a woman with grapes on her head. You're not putting the grapes.
So
in
not
there.
yeah, not depicting. Yeah, so this was a series of photographs that I took 2 years ago, and I thought, yeah, I'll be returning to that some more, but I made what was a painting called the Bacchae, which depicted a female as Bacchus in two different kind of styles. So one focus was, okay, we're gonna try to make, you know, Bacchus being the god of wine and the harvest. One being kind of more of maybe the god of red wine, one being white wine, and I tried to kind of capture that side by side in each of them. And cool story, that painting is now in a permanent collection at the Evansville Museum in Indiana.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, that's way cool. So that's forever in the museum collection. And as far as I know, it's still up. They've got this exhibition featuring women in art for the next, it was for 2 years, so I think we still have a whole another year on that exhibition, because this was about a year ago that ended up there. And the piece sits at a really interesting place within that exhibition, because it's kind of where my art sits. There's kind of a contemporary focus, but with a little bit of an old world feel, and kind of bridging that and going back and forth between that is a little bit of my goal with creating work, my creative works. Somehow kind of make it simultaneously contemporary and old world, bridge that. And so the piece sits right at this kind of point where they have a bunch of historical works featuring women in art and a bunch of contemporary works featuring women in art, and my piece sort of sits at this hinge. It's very neat, very interesting. They also used the painting for their promotional material, and so it hangs on the side of the museum and on a big banner as well. It was just, you know, all those things are, hey, any artist would be interested in having something like that happen with their work.
Is that the only one that's up in your museum?
Yeah, for right now, we're working, you know,
Yeah.
always trying to see what's next and see how, you know, we can get more eyes on the work always.
Do you know how museums choose which ones are going to be shown?
Not necessarily. I think there's a lot that goes into that. I don't know that there's any way to really pinpoint that or even quantify that at all. But for whatever reason, the curator was like, "This is just one we want," and what can we do to have it essentially?
Hey, Brock's back.
All right.
Hello. Who's that guy? Yeah, dude, he's like our #1 fan. I'm a huge fan. So what? He says your daily dose of Turkishness is here.
Hey, you can tell him.
That's right. Yeah, we
Actually, our second daily dose.
That's
of
true.
Turkishness is here.
That's true.
We're going
It's
for
like
round
a
2.
Turkish delight, is it? That's
Come on, dude.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like you had one job. It was not to offend. And you brought up the Turkish delight. I have no idea if that's an actual thing or not. But
It is, yeah.
It's in like
yeah, no, I know it's like a dessert or something.
well, yeah, it's in
Kind of candy.
Narnia.
Yep.
Brock can tell us how annoyed he is about probably hearing about that.
For the Turkish delight.
So, just like we're from Kansas, and all we ever hear about is Wizard of Oz stuff.
Tornadoes.
Tornadoes and...
Especially if you leave Kansas and
Oh, yeah.
like you're not in Kansas anymore.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, all the time. And guess what? I go do shows in other cities, and somebody inevitably says that.
Doesn't a Nebraskan say that though? Like,
Yeah, we'll find out, I guess. You know.
Oh yeah, because we're about to go up to Lincoln. Brock says no, that's fine. So, turns out you didn't offend him. So way to go, David. Way to contribute.
Thanks.
So, what's the hour in Turkey right now?
You could say he's our Turkish correspondent.
Oh, I like that.
No, that is pretty good. I mean, we can't pay him, but
Mm.
he's a contractor that works. I have no idea.
Doctor stood and said,
Wow, he said it's almost midnight, 11:57 p.m.
Hey.
57. Oof. How far is he getting on his painting?
Yeah, how's the painting coming? Yeah, that's a good question.
He said, and I'm still drawing that thing.
This drum.
Yeah, the drawing is always a long process.
Hey, Vincent Williams is back.
All right.
How do you?
Welcome back.
We're up to 4. He said, I hate drawing, kind of sad to admit, but I'm actually a paint guy.
Hey, I mean,
100%.
Vince can tell you a secret, or if he wants to tell you a secret.
I like how you just volunteer to tell a secret. That's the worst way to get someone to tell somebody a secret. Like, oh yeah, they have something extremely secret and like personal to tell you, but I'm gonna let them do
A
it.
helpful tip that sometimes is used in the clutch, but maybe that's a secret.
I mean, it also doesn't surprise me that you would phrase it that way. This person has an extremely vulnerable and personal thing, but I'm gonna let them tell you. So it's all you.
I think that can make your life a little bit easier.
Yeah. That way you don't have to like
If
even
you
say.
have the funds.
Here's what I'll say. Use whatever tools you have at hand to help with the drawing. Now, in studying, so when I was in college, it was always from the live model, and it repeatedly, we're day in and day out live model in front of us, and we're creating, and really there's no drawing guides, there's nothing to assist in the process. It's just me learning and getting better at judging and using kind of a comparative method to decide where does this lie, getting to know anatomy better, and so on and so forth.
You're talking about that grid system.
Yeah, and so that's what I was saying. Like there's so many ways to transfer an image these days that from using a grid system to projections to the long and short is, I think, use the tools you have And no one is gonna give you a drawing test or what have you, but just get it, transfer it in some way. There's so many methods in which to do so. Don't stress about it, unless you want to stress about it. And I had to stress about it for many years in college, when they were like, "Here, make and draw what's before you," and I had to be like, "Okay, let's do it."
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So now, like, various paintings, I'll use grid system. Sometimes I'll just completely free-hand it again. Other times I'll use a projection system if it's more complicated. But there are always ways to transfer the image.
Vincent wants to know, who's the girl you're painting?
Yeah. She's someone here who lives here in Wichita with us, and she's been in quite a number of paintings from I guess about 2017 on was the first. Maybe?
She doesn't live with us.
No.
She lives in Wichita?
Yeah, Wichita.
Yeah. We have enough people living.
And
But add more.
And we have plenty of people living in this house. I don't know. I just always thought she's had kind of the right look for painting. Like I was saying earlier, my work is this kind of bridge between the contemporary and the kind of classical works, and I've always appreciated kind of her skin tone, and a little darker hair, feels a little more Italian, those are just some of the characteristics that I think have been really just kind of inspirational for me in working, and I kind of get stuck too, where I'll just keep calling the same individual as well, because it's way more comfortable than like asking someone new, "Hey,
Draw
do
their
you
face."
want to be in a painting?" There's just no easy way to do that.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, so Brock said a bunch, so I'm gonna.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So, very cool. She looks Italian. Lives in Wichita, not this house.
Yeah.
Super cool and comfortable. Asking her, not like a random person on the street. So,
Yeah.
Brock said, "Well, my biggest problem is that I'm using the lightest graphite pencils to draw, like 6B or 8B,
Okay.
and then wash the whole canvas with the natural brown colors for imprimatura layer, and also to get rid of dusty lines and prevent it from mixing with paint later on when I apply it. But now my lines are showing up through the painting layer if they are not opaque. I mean 6H, not 8H, by the way.
Okay.
And then not B.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
6H, not 8B.
Got it.
I need a new method to draw without creating a lot of dust or not easily blending with the paint, but also not strong to be seen through paint layer. I'm thinking of colored pencil, but not sure."
Yeah. So, hey, it's a party. It's a party.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's
Ernest is joining the party. Great question, by the way.
Subway.
So I use a couple of things. Let's see if I can find.
There's an ice stream. Somebody from Turkey. Brock, he's our number one fan.
We've talked with him all day. It's awesome. We were talking about how much we enjoyed having you on the. I guess I want to say on the call, but really in the live stream. I can't find my pencil at the moment. Here we are. I don't know if I'm gonna try to hold up, see if it'll come on. Try this. There we are.
Nice.
Right here, it's just kind of a white charcoal. Wants to keep getting the face here. Come on, right here. Yep, it's a white charcoal pencil that is kind of visible after I put the ground layer down. And anyway, that's how it generally just kind of washes off with the paint. And I haven't really noticed anything negative that's happened. But yeah. But I still think it's
double digits.
it works pretty well, and it'll just wash in with the paint as I go over it. So you have to kind of be careful not to lose the drawing that's on the canvas. But since I put down a ground layer of paint like this, you can still see this gray that I've placed down, which is just kind of what I call my ground layer. So I'm working on top of it rather than working directly on just a white canvas, because I think it's better to start on something that's toned in some way. So, and I feel like that white charcoal is then visible on top of it, and then it usually washes away pretty easily.
He said, I don't like drawing with brush, by the way. I like to be precise and accurate with my drawings as much as I can. But what if you draw and then paint with the wash over the drawing like I do?
Yeah.
It's like I'm sealing the drawing with the wash and then I paint over it.
Yeah, no, that's... So I've not tried this myself, but I've heard of it done, which I think it's called... you're going to have to forgive me. I think it's called an oil transfer. And it involves somehow kind of putting a drawing, or even with paint, and it might be with paint. I know you just said I don't really want to use paint to draw with. But then I think you kind of oil the other side of the paper, and then it really kind of settles in. And when it settles in, it then dries like a bit of oil paint, so that you can wash over it and you can put all sorts of stuff over it and it doesn't go anywhere. I wish I knew more about it. I've only heard of other people doing it, and I've seen a little bit of it in practice, but not kind of in real time. So I wish I could be more help in that. But you might kind of look up oil transfers and see if that seems like something that might work for you.
I said, oh yeah, I've heard about that. It's almost like using a transfer paper.
Yeah.
And then shout out to Khalil Alami, who said, looks amazing, bravo.
Hey, thanks Khalil. Welcome. Good to have you.
You're killing it. We're only 2 away from bringing out the ducks. So
we just need a couple more people, and then we'll be, we'll have the ducks out for the studio ducks.
Yep. He says, I'm feeling like it's cheating to use transfer paper, but man, drawing is so boring.
I don't know, unless you're really after something with the drawing, man, why suffer? That's kind of where I'm at this point in my career. I'm like, I want to get this transferred so that I can get to the stuff I love, which is paint. And so any day that I'm into paint's a good thing, and and I can agonize over drawings for hours, and I'm increasingly kind of done with that.
You said he might give it a try.
Yeah.
So makes sense. He said, thanks for the tips and advice, Vince. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime, man.
Look at you, man, speaking into people's lives, giving them advice.
We're just having a good time. This is fun.
If anybody has romance advice, we have David here.
Yep.
And
He's for the romance advice.
Relationship advice. Maybe not romance advice.
Yeah.
Relationship advice.
Depends on what you mean by romance, I guess.
Yeah. If you want to take someone out to dinner and have a good conversation, you're perfect for that. But I'm gonna leave that. I'm not gonna.
But
this is a G-rated
stream.
stream.
This is a PG stream.
PG? So I've got room for a little bit of wiggle room.
Parental guidance, yeah.
I think. I think anything more than that's probably pushing it. Man, we keep almost hitting 10. I want to bring these ducks out.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean.
We've got the wife here.
Yeah. My wife's here in the studio too. So,
The
wife.
The wife.
Well, not of all of us. We all have different.
Women.
Yeah. But Anna's the wife of the house because she lives in the house, and Vince owns the house.
I'm married to the house.
Yeah.
The house loves Anna.
Your contributions to this are just astounding. I'm just amazed at your ability to really communicate well.
I was gonna say, the painting, she looks kind of sad, and her tears, like she's been crying a little bit.
Is it?
Mascara's a little runny.
Did you make her, or did you pick that picture because she looked sad? Or?
I mean, like I said, there was a pathos to it that I was like, yeah, this is good. I mean, I don't know, I'm not a dour person, but I'm not terribly jolly either. So I think I like kind of a sober and serious and kind of quiet moment. And we'll see if we get there with the painting.
So that's how a lot of the like Renaissance pictures are too. They're all pretty somber, and if you look that up, people don't really smile. But maybe that's because if a woman smiled, she's a witch.
right.
The conspiracy. The conspiracy theory right
She's
there.
a witch.
She's a witch.
I wanted to drop that in there for everybody.
How do you feel about that, Anna?
As a woman, do you think smiling makes you a witch?
No.
Just said no.
I agree. We don't live in that
Era
time
anymore.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It was just they took it a little far back then. Everything was a witch.
The ducks would have been a witch.
Have you ever seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Yeah.
It's like if you weigh the same as a duck, then you're a witch.
Yep.
And then they put her on that like scale, and then she ends up being the same weight, and she's like, "Well, guess I'm a witch." Brock said, "That's exactly what a witch would say." I love that movie so much. So Brock, do you guys? She seems sus. She does. Suspect. Yeah. Do you guys watch like American movies over there, or do you guys have like your own Hollywood?
So Turkey TV is actually getting big.
Yeah.
Right. Turkey TV's. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a studio, but like I was wondering if they had like
Movies.
big movies, like computer animated kind of movies. I'm sure they do.
Special effects movies.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
computer like Pixar computer animated.
Both. Hey, look, we got a yoga and nutrition person in here.
Hey.
Anna Wood. It's weird how she has the same last name
That's interesting.
as Vincent.
How
Wood.
does that work?
So is that
Like 70 to 80% of movies streaming in TVs and salons are American movies. Okay.
Okay.
So the other 20 or 30% is from the Turkish people, or is it?
Bollywood?
Yeah, because I know India has a really big, like, I've watched some of their stuff and it's pretty cool.
BBC too. Yeah.
Yeah, BBC. I know Japan's come out with some stuff, and China, Korea, yeah, South Korea, and they've got a really big thing too. Especially action movies are quite popular.
Marvel.
Hey, dude, okay, that's copyrighted.
Marvel.
Take the M away. Oh no, Turkish movies excluded.
Okay.
So do they make movies or just TV?
You think if they make TV, they probably, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Jesus. Yeah.
It is interesting to like think about how every country has like their own thing. American, British, and European movies are the most popular ones. Which is, I would have thought like the India, like Bollywood would have been big over there, and then Korean dramas, Indian soap operas, etc.
There you go. Indian soap operas. That's it. Try those out.
Me?
Should change over from Turkish TV to Indian soap operas.
You mean your wife watching those?
Yeah, maybe I'll change.
Yeah, see if she.
We watch Indian movies just for pure entertainment. They are kind of different. I mean, they're different. I've seen like clips from Indian movies, and they're definitely different.
I've watched one, and it's based off of a Pride and Prejudice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Fun.
very like Americanized as well. Like,
Yeah, Brock said, don't tell an Indian guy that I say that, but they are so hilarious. I like them. It's like ones that are trying to be serious are funny? Or is it like actual comedy? Are they just so ridiculous that they're funny? Because I kind of feel that way. I watched this one where it was like a huge medieval battle, and like there was one side and they had a giant army, and then the other side were just a bunch of like crazy like ghouls basically, and they rushed, and I mean it was pretty good. Like the action was pretty good, but the acting was just kind of silly.
Yeah, it's the acting.
They all became so hilarious once they all start dancing together, no matter what.
Hey.
So, I mean, we don't have to get back to painting. We can keep talking about whatever. But
Let's get back to painting.
yeah, I'm happy with how this is kind of coming along. I love these kind of softer edges,
Okay.
and yeah, it's going well. Hey, did we hit our did we hit our numbers? Are
No,
we no?
never hit over.
Ah.
We lost people.
Yeah, we're down to. Oops. How many are we down to? You know?
7,
Okay.
according to this. That's why I was like, we're losing people. We were at 5 for a minute.
Well, it says on the video there's 8, but it's
Okay.
underneath the analytics says there's 5.
I don't know. It just says live chat, top chat, then there's a little person head
Mm-hmm.
and a 7.
So Barack asked what numbers. It's just numbers of viewers that we have here on the video.
Yeah, we were just trying to see how many people are on the live stream.
I'm gonna bust out the ducks anyway.
Actually, hot take.
I think-
Vince paints by numbers.
Hot take.
Hot take.
I think Barack deserves the ducks.
Yeah, definitely.
Come here, guys. Come here, guys. No, I don't know.
Oh no, you dumped the water.
Oh man, it's getting stinky in there. Here they are. Ducks. Ducks, ducks, ducks.
We can't see them.
This way.
Oh, there they are.
Are they on there now?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they're just a
You
delay.
get a delay, yeah.
They're so cute. He's getting so big though. Like he used to be able to fit into the palm of your hand like yesterday.
Right.
I mean, he can still fit, I guess, but
Spoken like a true parent. Growing up
so fast.
so fast.
Yesterday they were thinking about having duck diapers. Today they're just.
I think we have to have duck diapers for
Ever.
forever, I think.
Barack said, I'm not enough for you guys.
No, these are for you, Brock.
Yeah.
Yeah, we brought these guys out for you. Look at his little wing sticking out the side.
One day that's gonna be a big wing.
I know, fly away.
Or they'll never fly away. How do they make their cage so messy? I just don't understand.
They just
Animals?
splash. They're ducks. I mean, they love water and they just splash around. You know, they're like, hey, this is a good time.
We're having fun. What did Brock say?
He says there's a cuteness overdose.
Oh yeah,
Ducks.
they're darling.
Ducks, ducks. Okay, there's fighting. Let's get back to painting. There you go, guys.
I wanted to flesh out the hair just a little more here. Still trying to keep this edge really soft, almost overly so. Maybe we need to run the live stream when we take him out for a walk.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, I mean we don't even. I mean, who needs painting? You know.
What? No, this is. I mean, this is our niche.
This is the painting channel.
We have to have a niche, and that's our niche.
This big.
You're labeled fine art. I guess ducks are fine art, though. They're great. Ducks are so great. I never held a duck before, and now you guys have 2.
It's our first shot at this too. So you know it's great.
I saw that new cage. They just bought a new cage.
He has an actual question for Vince.
Okay.
Vince, do you have a Discord server?
I don't.
That's the next thing.
I'm not cool enough. I don't even.
We're about to.
Oh, look out!
Discord.
I don't know what that means.
See, Sean, like, that's why Sean's here to like be like, oh, we're about to have one.
I don't know how to do it. Where's the sign up?
think you might have to download it first.
Download it. Because it'd just be Discord, right? Discord.com?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm
I
scared.
have no idea. I have no idea what a Discord server is.
I don't know. Don't put a virus on my computer, please.
I mean, it looks like a legitimate website.
It has a cute cartoon on it.
Yeah, which means that it's not a virus.
Yeah.
Create invite-only place where you belong. Discord servers are organized into topic-based channels where you can collaborate, share, and just talk about your day without clogging up a group chat. Grab a seat in a voice channel when you're free. Friends in your server can see you're around and instantly pop in and talk without having to call. That's cool. Get any community running with moderation tools and custom member access. Give members special powers, set up private channels, and more. Low latency video and voice feels like you're in the same room. Wave hello over video. Watch friends stream their games or gather up and have a drawing session. So,
transition.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stand up for you, love. He called you a boomer.
Man,
So I told him you were Gen X.
Gen X. Yeah.
how old are you, Brock? Before you throw shade.
You can't ask that, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't?
You
No.
could,
Oh,
you could ask a generation probably.
Yeah.
Like I'm a millennial.
okay.
Do other people in other countries refer to themselves as Gen X,
I
millennial?
don't know, but he just called Vince a boomer. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's because I don't have a Discord.
Now you're about to.
It's a fair assessment.
I'm pretty sure this is the right program. Either that or your computer's gonna crash. No,
It
I'm very,
does
very
look
sure.
Like it looks like a virus.
it does not look like a virus.
I mean,
Don't
that
say
little
things like
cartoon
that.
flying looks like a virus.
No, that's the Discord image.
But it looks like
It's not a virus.
Are you downloading ransomware?
No, absolutely not.
Yep.
The
I mean,
tech
only if
account.
it's Nyan cat.
Huh?
Isn't that Nyan cat that flies across?
Yeah.
You said he was sorry. It was just a joke.
No. Yeah, it's all good.
That's what we're joking around.
We're all friends here.
Do you want me to use your email or my email for the Discord?
I guess go ahead and use mine. I guess.
EVWIII.
What?
Sean and I are millennials.
Yeah, I'm like at the very beginning of the millennial thing.
Hey, we got someone actually posting about your thing.
What?
Yeah, Khalil.
Khalil, what's up?
He said, I think this might be one of your best works. The shadows are not very dark and pretty colorful.
Yeah.
Really looks masterful.
Hey, thanks, Khalil. Yeah, appreciate that. If there's anything that I'm constantly kind of battling myself for is just a little less darkness. My tendency, I've been a fan of, Caravaggio and Rembrandt and Vermeer and, all these guys. It's always so dim.
Hey, we're at 10.
Hey, we're at 10, sweet. And so it is a kind of a constant pushback and battle to try to not end up too dark. But I love the drama and the strong value range that can happen. And so, yeah.
So who do you get most of your, what's the word?
Inspiration?
Yeah, inspiration.
His wife.
My wife, since she's in the room. These days, so when I think back to when I was in college, it was looking back into art history and saying, wow, the masters, had it going on. Like this work is not only beautiful, but also really inspiring. And given some time, I think I've come more and more to I just really appreciate Instagram now, because old masters are nice and all, but they're dead. And I love seeing the new work coming out by people who are really considered to be modern day masters. And I feel like I can get in there, I can take a look, see what's being made, and it's energizing my work. It helps kind of inform me and what I want to make. but also it's just I'm so grateful for that community. And when I think back to, since I'm a boomer, when I think back to my the days before that, having that availability, it was so difficult to know that anyone was making the type of work that I was interested in, and so to be able to find a community, and I think we can all relate to this, to be able to find a community of people wait a second, you mean you like the same things too, is always so encouraging, and yeah, I end up really loving. So grateful for Instagram. Gosh, I don't know where I would be without it. Not because I have a large following there, but just because it's a place where I can find other artists who are making work I really admire.
Okay. Brock said, he's still talking. So I got Discord. I downloaded it. And I think I have a server set up. But I don't know. So the server's room is, I think it's that. I'm not sure. So I'll see if I can check in. But he said they can share your artwork and sometimes get a feedback exclusive club for the artists and their fans. So that's pretty cool. I do think that's something we should probably do. Khalil said, agree, also love Dark Shadows, but one of my favorite paintings is John Singer Lady Agnew.
Okay, yeah.
And this gives a similar mood.
Yeah. I'd have to, if I climbed up on my shelves there, I could try to
bring it up?
No.
Which one would it be?
There's two Sargent books up there.
I see them, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to.
How much weight can this bear?
I think quite a bit. If not, we'll find out.
That thing was crazy stable.
Okay, and what am I looking for?
I can pull down the two Sargent books. Yeah, so check this out. I'm asking to pull down a book. If that's not boomer, I don't know what is.
We can lean into that bit.
A book.
Okay, we're looking for
Agnew.
Agnew. And the table of contents. This is our table of contents. Agnew. Is this out?
So yeah, it's certainly great to have the access we do to, I don't know, so much online artwork and amazing ways you could. But it's nice to have the book to hold the physical thing on occasion and take a look.
What's the first name?
I don't remember.
First name is Agnew. Lady Agnew.
This is not in alphabetical order, guys.
Is there? Oh, in the index.
Yeah.
Look at us continuing to look at a book.
Hey Brock, how do you see what your the name of your server is? Because I'm trying to find that, it's EVWIII's server. I just don't know if that's the name and how we would post that to have people join if they're interested in doing it. Alright, thanks man, I appreciate it. He's gonna check for me.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
And at some point you need to get to bed, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, it's, midnight plus 20 minutes, so it's 12:20 there now? 12:20 a.m.?
Lady Playfair.
whoa. I mean,
That was me.
that's that camera's very effective. By the way.
Yeah, I've been farting all day. It's been showing up on the the volume levels,
Nice.
the sound levels.
Nice.
But it's cool. I mean, we're just stuck up here in the studio.
The studio. This is real life.
Yeah.
The ducks are making most of it.
It's Kansas, so
I mean, we have to be a little bit redneck.
yeah, the tornado will come through and suck out the smell though. Media content. Community servers must have clearly posted server rules and guidelines for members.
Yeah. What are our rules?
Well, I did the safety check, so people's content is checked.
Okay.
We'll send relevant updates for community admin announcements. Updates on the channel, go to announcements. You're almost there. Here's some suggestions to help create a better experience for your members. Agree. New step. Set up welcome screen. Set up welcome screen. What do people do in this channel? Greetings and general rules for EWIII. Okay. In general. Alright, so what's this server about, Vince? What do people do here?
Whatever we're doing today. I guess we're painting, but we're also talking. We're meeting new people, and we're having a great time together.
Community issue, new cultures, and enjoying life together.
That's what I think my mom's watching.
Is she?
Yeah.
That's how we're up to
confused
6.
about the ducks.
She's, is that what she told you?
Because she's not talking in the chat.
Yeah. Come on. She's confused about him? Like, have you not
I don't
told?
think she saw them, so we just keep on talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that explains a lot.
Are we eating dinner at a restaurant?
No.
No, we're gonna go swimming.
Go swimming.
Have dinner with some friends and a picnic.
I never found Lady Agnes in this.
Oh, okay. Agnew? Yeah. Alright.
She could have been, but there's like over 500.
Yeah, I'm done.
Brock said, my final week is finally over, so I'm free to stay awake late.
Alright.
Finals is in school.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm kind of school.
Hey Ernest, how was school today?
Good.
Awesome. What, how did the water balloon fight go?
Good.
Maybe Lady Agnew will walk now.
And she looks like this woman.
Did you get anyone with a water balloon?
He said his muffins were a hit.
Hey, so they liked
The
your muffins?
strawberry and chocolate ones?
Strawberry and chocolate muffins?
You made strawberry and chocolate muffins?
Yeah. Whoa.
Watch out.
So sometimes here's what it's like painting in the studio when your children are in here, and they're just kind of being kids, and that's okay. But sometimes your chair suddenly moves without
What you got?
your knowledge.
Is your daddy's chopstick?
Alright, I think you have a Discord server. I'm gonna do some more research on it.
Okay, sounds
and
good.
Come back to it.
Hey, thanks for the good word,
Yeah.
Brock. Appreciate that.
I knew about Discord, I just didn't even think about making one for this. So yeah, definitely good stuff. People really do use Discord a lot. I always see it on subscriptions and stuff like that. So solid advice. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we don't pretend to have it all together here.
I have nothing together. That's a 5-year-old.
This 5-year-old.
Who's completely healthy and fine.
Everyone is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe the real question should be, how exactly do you continue to create with all of this happening around you? And
Hey, Vince,
Yeah.
how do you continue to create with all of this happening around you?
really just
Is
kind
that
of
a good question?
yeah.
feel like it was-
I really just kind of get into the zone here, and I mean that's that's happening, and sure it's a little distracting, but
Mm-hmm.
you just gotta keep rolling with it.
You have one bad leg.
Have you been able to always get in the zone, or is it just something that you've continually gotten
Lots
better
of
at?
hours
Well,
on
I
this
think
one.
like
Not
at some
very
point,
much on this one.
I think any parent would say you get used to some level of just chaos around at any given moment, and then
Got it.
occasionally it's too much. Like okay, it's like all right, that's enough.
Let's reel it back
And
in.
I got to get out of here, or somebody has to leave, or
Something has to change.
yeah, something has to change. But on the whole, it seems to go okay a lot of times because what I do is really boring to kids. There's no quick or immediate changes that happen, so yeah, it didn't take long for it to be like, yeah, we're out of here.
What?
So watch out for the camera.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you doing the new medium
Yeah,
outward?
I
You probably already talked about it.
I didn't. I was given I watched a video. I actually paid for it, kind of a Zoom workshop, and with Will St. John, and it was really great. And I was like, oh, there's some things that I hadn't tried before, and so to a degree I kind of took that on, but then to another degree, yeah, it sort of devolved into how I normally paint. Yeah, there was a little bit of that for a while.
Man, dude, I cannot get in the zone, bro. I've never worked on getting in the zone before, so.
With the stuff happening here.
Yep.
Yeah. It
Hey, Ernest, let's go downstairs.
What? I
It's looked like we've lost everybody.
Or we could put your other swimsuit on.
I want to know what Brock's final was.
just put on my.
Probably finals
Yeah.
week.
Finals week, like
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
No.
yeah. What
It
was
does
it?
say final week though, so it could be.
The wall might knock my hat.
is Brock leading this world?
Brock, you still here? If you're not here, we're not even doing this for any reason anymore. I'm just kidding. Yeah, he's still here. Okay. So final week or finals week?
Like
school?
college?
Yeah.
Wait, did we get the question answered about college being free or not?
No.
Okay. If so, college. Is college free in Turkey?
Yeah, I don't know. So don't get so hopeful. I'm not leaving. We were hopeful that you were still here
Yeah.
because it's super. When it's not interactive, it's really hard to keep a conversation going.
Yeah. And otherwise I feel like I'm talking to no one either. So
I mean, me and David are here.
well,
Yeah, but we can talk all the time.
Sometimes you gotta talk to the paintings on the wall.
So I downloaded Discord though, and now I can't get it open back up. He said, yeah, I'm in college now, my final year's final week of final exams.
Okay.
Wow.
Congrats.
That's a lot of finals.
And you just finished? It's finally over. So what kind of degree do you have?
Nice one.
If you don't mind us asking.
I keep out of I just want to connect. Yeah. All these things are at your discretion. If you don't want to answer them, that's totally fine. But I'm still going to talk because that's kind of my job.
It's your deal.
Yeah. That's what I got going on. And I have a lot of questions about Turkey because I've never known somebody from Turkey.
Yeah, my sister-in-law is now out of Turkey. She's in Kwaza.
Right now?
I don't know that. Qatar?
I know Qatar.
Qatar. She's in Qatar.
Or Qatar. Some of the people that say different ways.
See, when I open it up, it doesn't do anything.
Alright.
Alright, he said, yep, political science and international relations.
Cool.
Oh, that's what we're doing right now.
Hey, international relations!
Yeah.
So,
Get at your job. You're getting your degree.
And a painter.
Yeah.
man, yeah, he's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
What, how can I phrase this without being too intrusive? Like, career-wise.
Like, what is he shooting
Yeah.
for?
Or you say, what are your career aspirations, maybe?
So I think, yeah. Or like a general sense of what interests you about those things. Like I don't need to know the specifics of it unless you're willing to talk about that. But that is some really interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you graduated with the degree, then you've got to have some pretty good knowledge in it by now. Yep, I don't know what's going on with Discord. He said, exactly, they didn't teach us the exact type of relations it must be, so it's okay as long as it's international.
I like it.
Well, it's definitely international. Because
It's happening right now.
internationally.
Do you consider the internet international though, or is it like worldwide?
Oh, it's like the ocean rules. Like
Yeah.
when does jurisdiction end on the oceans?
Yeah.
Does the internet count as
a different country in some aspects.
or have its own laws?
Yeah.
I'm sure it does. Like the internet, and each country probably has its own laws about those laws. And I mean, the internet is kind of a tricky, fickle thing.
How do you get the lips to look soft?
Soft?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as with any feature, I think the tendency is when we're drawing them, it really. It's like we almost make them linear. And instead, we need to really kind of pay attention to some of these subtle ways in which the light, or these really, these are really close colors. So some people use what's called a reducing glass to see just the most pertinent information. I kind of make a reducing glass by unfocusing my eyes and seeing, what information really remains when I unfocus my eyes. That's the most important information for me to depict. And then kind of the rest is fluff. And if you learn to avoid all that unnecessary linear information and really kind of focus on some of the subtle shifts between like the lips and the area below the nose, it's almost the same. Like there's almost no change whatsoever in yeah, you can still make it out because you're looking at it, but when you're painting it, you want to kind of remove yourself from that. Think in terms of more shape rather than line, and then even then, realizing that things run together more than we realize. Like there's more there's fewer edges than we think. And I've always been more of a softer edge person anyway. Seems like those harder edges, I mean, they can be done well, and the sharper edges can cause certain features to move forward. The softer edges can cause those parts to move back, and there's ways in which you can use that really effectively. For me right now, this is somewhat still of a block in. I slowly kind of working my way toward getting all the information in before I go back and continually work for more detail in the areas where I think it's necessary.
Brock wants to know how you paint so fast. He said, I couldn't even finish my drawing yet, and your painting is technically over.
Yeah, that comes with training. So I've talked a lot about painting from the live model, and a lot of the modeling sessions were really brief. And with only so much time, it's like if you wanted to have anything even remotely finished, you had to really focus on that necessary information and block that in.
Could you come back later and fill in the rest?
Yeah. But really, with the live model, you didn't have any time, and so I've kind of learned to kind of move along pretty quickly. That said, I've probably lost some of my ability. It's been a while since I've taken a figure drawing or figure painting class.
How do you get the shadows so well? Do you choose where you are trying to create where the light is coming from, and then just through practice and kind of your mental abilities, you can kind of portray that on the picture better?
I think largely it's just time. I mean, like you learn to see after a time, and then you can't help but kind of see in those terms, I'm constantly focusing on, how kind of modeling the form, so really imagining it in 3 dimensions almost, and then thinking almost the way light would have to travel around certain parts of these form, using brush stroke to move with those forms too. So using the structure of the stroke to also create. So like if we were to zoom in, and in future videos we'll probably be a little closer, a little tighter. You can see the way I'm kind of using the stroke to follow the form. And that again helps. Those are really subtle things that help tell us about volume.
Yeah, and then Brock said, also I was watching another very talented artist stream yesterday, and she talked about how she got somewhat a visual library of element in her mind by a lot of practice.
Yeah.
That helps her paint some things without a need of reference, and even sometimes completely without a visual reference point. It's mind-blowing how one can develop such skills without practicing a lot over time.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point too, because at some point, I'm used to painting the figure, and doing portraiture, that there is almost a second nature to which you understand the way the eyes are volumes within the brow, and the way the bridge of the nose works, and there isn't an intimate knowledge that comes with just that much practice that does really help you stay focused, and two, to you're looking at some source to kind of give you some information, but you understand how it works. So that's brilliant.
So what was the moment when you were a kid or a teenager where you were like, this is what I want to do? Was it just you got interested in art and then you realized you were really good at it, or was it like one day you just kind of picked up something and you ended up enjoying it a lot more? Or what's the story behind?
Well, I was always I was drawing as a kid, and I think a lot of artists can relate to that, where it's like, man, drawing was always what I was interested in doing, and that interest just naturally manifested itself in school, where I was the kid who could draw, and when I was asked what are you going to be when you grow up, I answered artist, and there was certainly something almost from birth, in that regard. But really, I think it took me getting all the way into college to really make kind of a decision like what you're speaking about. Like, I'm going to pursue art. Because that's really where I really came into an understanding of just what I could do. I didn't really realize it until college. Because I just always kind of created, and then all of a sudden my instructors were pointing out some things that I was like, oh, I guess you're right. There's something, and all of a sudden I was like, I guess I do. And that might just come more from where we're located. Being in the Midwest in the United States is not necessarily an artist stronghold, and the arts are probably a lot of times discouraged with kids. But I'm grateful my parents were never discouraging about it, and they were always very much.
They cultivated.
Yeah. They
bought you like supplies or like encouraged you to keep at it, and
never once said a word of like it's worthless or anything like that. Which that I can't say how far that takes you as a child, where they never said I couldn't, and they never said, hey, maybe you should do something else. But we're always very much on board, even though there wasn't really. My mom was really good at drawing, but there wasn't really a history of the arts in my family.
Which is just so, I don't know, it's interesting to think about how you can just be born with this talent even though like hereditarily it's not in your family.
Yeah, it is interesting.
I wonder what part of development as just, I guess, a fetus or a newborn or a toddler or whatever, what parts of your brain have to be developed and, connected more to actually have the ability that people have to paint and draw and, do all these other things. I wonder if it's something that anybody can tap into, or, because I'm sure for some people those connections are just much more prevalent and, like, real, or maybe just easier to connect with. I don't know. I've just always been interested about people's raw talent, and then like Barack said, art is indeed 99% practice and hard work.
Yeah.
So it's not all just luck about talent, but there has to be, I think, a little bit of talent behind that. But I'm sure anybody could probably, if they worked hard enough, potentially, do something.
Yeah, there are quite a few artists. One I'm thinking of, Julie Bell is her name, and she teaches in, I think, the Boston area. There's a realism atelier or academy. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but she shares just some of the things that she used to make. It's like, well, this is how my artwork used to look, and you know, I didn't, but I was able to, you know, but here's where it went, you know, with study, with focus. So I'm gonna do a little bit of subtraction here. This is a kind of a rubber tool here, and I'm gonna make some lines, some kind of highlight lines here in the hair.
That's you actually removing paint.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of dragging it off a little bit.
Oh, that's cool.
Not gonna do it too much. Yeah. Again, it itself can be like too distracting.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna kind of do a little bit up there, and I'll soften it some so that it doesn't remain really loud.
Bye, David.
See you, David.
Have a good night. Bye.
David's workday's over. He's heading on.
Back to his wife and his new house and all the things.
Yeah.
The big things.
We probably have another 15 minutes or so, and then the live stream will finish up.
And then we're back tomorrow. Or no, Saturday. That's Saturday.
Yeah.
Friday, Monday.
Well, probably not even Monday.
Tuesday. Whenever Vince says we're gonna do it.
Well, we've got some other preparations to make next week.
Oh yeah, for the Lincoln.
For the show.
Yeah.
So there probably won't be any painting next week. But then when we get back, yeah, I mean, you know, I'm thinking that just about if I'm working on something that day,
We're gonna live stream it.
Yeah, we're gonna stream it if it seems like it'll work.
Because that's what all the websites said. You know, make a lot of content, make it as best as you can, and find your niche and stick with it. So that's what we're gonna do.
I think I'd just like to be available because this was fun today. Happened in the conversations that we did.
Do you think you got more work done today or less work?
Probably a little less. He was probably a little distracted at times. After all, I held a duck a couple of times.
You did. You absolutely did.
But that's okay. I think it was fun. And we'll definitely be back. It just might be a while. So don't forget us, Brock, please.
Yeah, you're a boy. Keep being that. I don't know if he's still here or not. I think he is. There's 4 viewers. He's probably just drawing still, or hopefully started painting.
Yeah, hopefully you got the drawing completed.
But yep, that's what it's all about. We're trying to come out with new content and more professional ways of streamlining that and putting some videos together. Brock said I would really enjoy it if you can stream your free time painting sessions more often, but you should definitely focus on your professional art first.
Thanks. I think there might be a way to do both. You know, that's really what it comes down to for me. Is I think there's a way to balance both of those things.
And he said he's almost done with the drawing.
Hey, all right.
He's getting closer.
So then you'll be able to hit the hay after this, as we say in America. Go to sleep. As soon as you finish that drawing.
And yeah, maybe it'll kind of correlate to us logging out too. I'm trying to get this Discord set up because I think through Discord you could probably, which is, you know, totally up to you too, but if you joined it, you could probably send a picture of your drawing or painting and maybe ask for Vince's input. What do you think, Vince?
Yeah, no, I'm always happy to be helpful to anyone who is creating. So yeah.
Kind of some critiques or, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever else there is.
I'll make Sean drive to all the way to Lincoln and I can look at our work.
Hey, yeah, I mean, yeah. Or we could like try to even live stream some of our trip.
Yeah, we'll see.
I just don't know how that would work. I also just don't know how to work any of this Discord stuff.
We'll figure it out. I've never done it.
Yeah, no, it won't be bad. It's gonna be some practice. You said, yeah, that would be cool. So,
Cool.
yeah, like I said, I'll I'm trying to figure out if that Discord worked. I think it did. Because it looks like if I go to discord.com,
You can find it.
yeah, give the server a nickname. So the server, I'm going to see if I can look it up. So I'm going to go back to discord.com. Okay, so I'm going to download the app. Download it from App Store. I thought I had Discord. Yeah, I guess I do. Said it's quite an easy app to use actually, but never been mod for a server, so it might be a bit difficult for you. Yeah, I just don't know if I have the server set up or not.
Oh, we'll figure it out. I mean,
Yeah, I've got the thing. Where'd you like to go? EVWIII. How is it? Vincent, Fuzzy Harmonica. He said he mods a Discord channel.
okay.
So maybe he can give us some input
Some
on how
advice,
to do that.
yeah.
He said it isn't crazy difficult, which means it's kind of difficult. If it's not crazy, it's going to be a little bit difficult. Which isn't, too bad, because
Mom needs a pair of
there's certain things with
Be careful.
every platform out there. But yeah, if you guys think that it would be beneficial for you guys and you'd be interested in, getting that, I'm sure you can talk to Karpinsky and one of us would know. Karpinsky?
Yeah, Karpinsky, yeah.
Yeah, that was it?
Karpinsky.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
That's our it's our friends. Our good friends.
So you know who he's talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He happens to be one too.
Vincent said sound it out. Thanks, Vincent. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm sure it won't be too difficult to get it figured out. I just don't even know how to look for. Or maybe it's that. Server. Oh, you gotta send an invite link. Enter an invite below to join an existing server. So if we share this link, so it's https:// discord.gg /UFT P7 SJ. Okay, so here's the invite for the Discord. That's the invite for the Discord. Yeah, I just found it. I found the invite on there. So I think that'll take you to the server. And then you just accept that, and then I've only got one room set up. General. Okay, so there's. Let me make sure that works. All right. Yeah, so that's super easy. So that's the invite, and
Figured it out.
yep, figured it out.
There you go.
We'll post that.
Someday.
Yep. Whenever Vince wants to post that. But I think it's pretty cool because it's like a continuation of community.
Yep.
Yeah, you're allowed to join if you can. If I set it up right. And so that way you can post your painting or your drawing and kind of get some pointers. I won't be doing it because my pointers would be like draw a smiley face on the sun or a triangle house. But Vince is a little bit better with that kind of stuff.
I don't know. Sometimes I say similar things.
Yeah, but it's backed with like actual knowledge. Hey, you slid into the server. You made it. All right, cool. Vince, is there anything else you wanna?
No, I think that pretty much wraps up the day. So I've got to stop. We've got things we're doing. A21 asked this earlier, but like, how does it work? And
Look at my shirt.
basically,
Pretty cool.
when 5 o'clock rolls around, unless I'm in a space it's like completely, where I've got to keep going, I'm just gonna kind of wrap it up.
I've got everything on.
You got it ready? Okay. Then I just kind of set it aside and know that I'll be able to get to it the next day. But yep, what a fun day. I don't
Rob,
know.
thanks for
Yeah,
number one fan.
Sweet, awesome to meet you, and we'll see you on the next one. It might be in about a week and a half or so.
You
But
want to say bye to Fuzzy Harmonica?
That hair.
see you, Vincent.